Perhaps you find yourself facing challenges, feeling that life is a constant struggle. Or maybe you've experienced some successes, but still feel that there's something more, something greater waiting to be realized. Wherever you are, I say unto you, you are exactly where you need to be to grasp this life-altering principle. But what does it mean to say this in your head for a while? It is not a matter of mere repetition or mindless chanting. It is a state of consciousness, a shift in perception that aligns you with the creative power of the universe. It is about recognizing that your inner dialogue, the words you say to yourself in the privacy of your own mind, are not just fleeting thoughts, but living, creative forces that shape your reality. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. Your outer world, every experience you have, every circumstance you encounter, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world. And your inner world is shaped, moment by moment, by the words you say to yourself in your head. When you understand this, truly understand it, you realize that by carefully choosing and persistently holding certain thoughts in your mind, you are actively creating a reality where these thoughts manifest. This understanding is crucial, for it shifts the entire paradigm of how you approach life. No longer are you a victim of circumstance, hoping for good things to happen. You become the active creator of your reality, knowing that as you say certain things in your head, as you hold certain thoughts and feelings, the universe must rearrange itself to match these inner states. But how, you may ask, does one harness this power of inner speech? The answer lies in the creative power of your wonderful human imagination, combined with the living force of your inner words. For your imagination is not a mere fantasy maker, and your inner dialogue is not mere mental chatter. Together they form the very workshop in which reality is forged. Let us take a moment to truly understand this. Your subconscious mind, which is one with the universal creative force, does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and declare internally and what you actually experience in the outer world. It accepts as true whatever you feel to be true and whatever you consistently declare to be true in your inner speech. And once it accepts an idea as true, it proceeds to bring it into manifestation in your physical reality. So when you say certain things in your head, when you hold certain thoughts and feelings consistently, you are not engaging in wishful thinking or self-deception. You are actively creating your reality from within. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, allowing it to work through you and for you. This, my dear listeners, is the essence of saying things in your head and waiting for what happens. It is about recognizing that the power to shape your reality lies within you, waiting to be expressed through your inner dialogue and feelings. It is about understanding that your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner conversations and assumptions. Consider the biblical phrase, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." This is not a mere poetic expression. It is a statement of cosmic law. Your inner thoughts and feelings, especially those you consistently hold about yourself and your life, have the power to create or destroy, to manifest or to dissolve. When you align your inner dialogue with the highest vision of yourself and your life, you set in motion forces beyond your comprehension and indeed bring these visions into reality. But let me be clear, saying things in your head is not about empty repetitions or forced positivity. It is about a fundamental shift in your inner dialogue, in how you perceive and declare yourself to be in the privacy of your own mind. When you truly embody this practice, your inner speech naturally aligns with your desired state of being. You begin to think of yourself with reverence and love. You declare your worthiness, your abundance, your health, your success, not as distant possibilities, but as present realities in your inner world. Let us explore this further with an example. Imagine a person whose inner dialogue is constantly negative. In their head, they might be saying things like, "I'm always unlucky, I'll never succeed, I'm not good enough." These inner conversations, repeated day after day, shape their subconscious beliefs and consequently their reality. They are in essence programming themselves for failure and limitation, creating a life that reflects these negative inner declarations. Now imagine this same person shifting their approach. Instead of negative self-talk, they begin to say positive, empowering things in their head. They might say, I am blessed with endless opportunities. I am worthy of success and abundance. I am more than enough. They say these things consistently in their mind, with feeling, with conviction, knowing that they are shaping their reality with each inner declaration. They live each day from this new inner dialogue, carrying themselves with the certainty of someone who truly believes these empowering thoughts. In this state, their entire experience of life begins to shift. They start to notice opportunities they might have missed before. They approach challenges with confidence rather than fear. They interact with others from a place of worthiness rather than insecurity. And in doing so, they begin to create a reality that matches these new, empowering inner conversations. They allow a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment to flow into their experience, drawn by the power of their inner words and the feeling behind them. This principle applies to every aspect of your life. Whether you're dealing with health, relationships, career, or any other area, the key is to first say the right things in your head about that area. Declare your wholeness, your lovability, your success in the privacy of your own mind. For what you consistently say to yourself sets the tone for your entire life experience. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, isn't this just positive thinking? Isn't this denial of reality? And to this, I say emphatically no. This is not about denying your current circumstances. It is about understanding the true nature of reality and the creative power of your inner dialogue and consciousness. Your current circumstances are nothing more than the fruit of your past inner conversations and beliefs about yourself. They have no power to determine your future unless you give them that power by continuing to think and feel their reality. When you shift your inner dialogue, when you begin to say new, empowering things in your head, you are not denying reality. You are exercising your divine right to choose which reality you wish to experience. Remember, the outer world is dead. It has no life of its own. It is your consciousness expressed through your inner dialogue and feelings that gives life to your experiences. When you say negative things to yourself in your head, you are breathing life into a reality where these negative statements are true. But when you consciously choose to say empowering, positive things in your head, you cause your outer world to rearrange itself to match these new inner conversations. This, my dear friends, is the true secret to changing your life through what you say in your head. It is about aligning your inner dialogue with the highest vision of yourself and your life. Recognizing that this desired reality is seeking expression through you and allowing it to flow into your experience through the power of your inner declarations and feelings. But let me warn you, this shift in your inner dialogue is not always an easy path. The old habits of negative self-talk, of saying discouraging things to yourself in your head, are deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. As you embark on this new way of thinking, you may find resistance arising within you. Doubts may creep in. Old thought patterns may try to reassert themselves. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to saying the empowering things in your head. For the war is not won by battling against what you don't want to think, but by persistently thinking what you do want. This persistence, this unwavering commitment to maintaining a positive inner dialogue in the face of contrary evidence, is what allows you to truly change your life. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're trying to listen to a particular station, you don't focus on eliminating all the other stations. So you simply tune into the frequency you desire. In the same way, you don't need to fight against your current reality or forcefully push away negative thoughts. So you simply need to tune yourself to the frequency of what you desire, to align your inner dialogue with the highest vision of yourself and your life. This tuning is done through your conscious choice of inner speech and your ability to feel the reality of these words. Your inner declarations are the dial that allows you to tune into different frequencies of experience. As you use your inner dialogue to declare empowering truths about yourself and your life, as you feel the reality of these declarations, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, allowing the corresponding experiences to flow into your life. But remember, my friends, this is not a one-time event. Saying empowering things in your head is a way of life. It's a constant choice to maintain this inner dialogue, regardless of appearances. Just as you wouldn't expect to stay in shape by exercising once. You cannot expect to change your life by thinking positively once. This is about persistently maintaining an empowering inner dialogue, about living from this consciousness day in and day out, until it becomes your new normal. As you do this, you will find that your perception of yourself and your life begins to shift. What once seemed like limitations now appear as opportunities for growth. Challenges become stepping stones to success. You begin to see yourself as the empowered being you truly are, knowing that your inner dialogue is constantly shaping your reality. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Neville, how can I maintain a positive inner dialogue when I face real challenges? How can I say empowering things in my head when my current reality seems to contradict these thoughts? And to this I say, your inner speech infused with feeling and imagination is more powerful than any circumstance. Consider for a moment, have you ever been deeply moved by a story, whether in a book or a movie? In those moments, were you not feeling real emotions based on imaginary events? Your feelings were real, even though the events were not happening in your physical reality. This is the power you must harness when you say things in your head. You must use your imagination to infuse your inner speech with feeling. As you say empowering things in your head, imagine how you would feel if these things were already true in your life. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the sense of fulfillment that would come with these realities. Feel these states as vividly and as consistently as you can as you engage in your inner dialogue. The key is to make your inner speech as real to you as possible. Engage all your senses. As you say things about abundance in your head, feel the sense of security and freedom that comes with abundance. As you declare perfect health in your mind, feel the vitality and energy coursing through your body. As you speak of success internally, see yourself in your mind's eye achieving your goals. Hear the congratulations of others. Feel the sense of accomplishment. Make it real in your mind and heart as you say these things in your head. But here's a crucial point, my friends. The goal is not to say things in your head about specific outcomes. The goal is to say things that align with your essential self, your true identity. For it is this alignment with your true self that is the real attractor of your experiences. Let me illustrate this with an example. Instead of just saying, I am wealthy in your head, align your inner speech with the essence of abundance. Say to yourself, I am one with the source of all abundance. Prosperity flows to me and through me effortlessly. I am worthy of unlimited abundance. Instead of merely thinking I am healthy, align your inner dialogue with the essence of well-being by saying to yourself, I am one with the source of all life. Perfect health is my natural state. My body is a temple of vitality and well-being. By aligning your inner speech with your essential self rather than just external conditions, you allow the universe to bring your desires to you in ways that might far exceed your specific imaginings. You open yourself to possibilities beyond what your current mindset can conceive. This is the true art of saying things in your head. and waiting for what happens. It's not about forcing yourself to believe something against all evidence. It's about aligning your inner log with the truth of your mind nature, your oneness with the creative power of the universe. It's about saying things in your head that resonate with the highest vision of who you truly are. As you practice this, you may find that your outer world begins to shift in subtle ways. Perhaps you start to feel more confident and worthy, or you find yourself naturally making healthier choices, or opportunities for abundance seem to appear out of nowhere. These are all signs that your inner shift brought about by your empowering inner dialogue is creating ripples in your outer reality. Don't discount these small changes. Celebrate them. See them as confirmation that the law is working, that your inner speech is taking root. But don't become attached to them or anxiously look for them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to say empowering things in your head. As you persist in this practice, larger changes will begin to manifest. You may find yourself naturally attracting more positive experiences. You may notice that your relationships improve, that your health flourishes, that abundance flows more freely into your life. And as you continue to maintain this empowering inner dialogue, you'll discover that life becomes an exciting adventure of ever-expanding good. But remember, the outer manifestation is not the goal. The goal is the state of consciousness from which blessings naturally flow. This is a crucial point, my friends, when you're truly saying empowering things in your head. When you're fully embodying this state, you no longer need external circumstances to confirm your worth or success. You're already whole, already complete in your knowing that you are a divine, limitless being. And paradoxically, it's in this state of inner assurance that you're most likely to experience a life filled with manifest blessings. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, what about action? Don't we need to do things in the physical world to change our lives? And to this I say, yes, action is part of the process, but it's inspired action, not anxious doing. When you're consistently saying empowering things in your head, ideas and opportunities will naturally present themselves to you. You'll feel inspired to take certain actions to move in certain directions. These actions won't feel like struggle or effort. They'll feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. This is the difference between trying to make things happen and allowing them to happen. When you're trying to force changes in your life, actions feel stressful, born out of fear and doubt. When you're maintaining an empowering inner dialogue, actions flow naturally from your aligned state, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly how to bring about the manifestation of your desires. Consider the example of a flower. A flower doesn't strain to bloom. It doesn't force itself to grow. It simply unfolds naturally, expressing its innate beauty. You, my dear listeners, are no different. When you align your inner dialogue with your true divine nature, you allow your life to unfold naturally and beautifully, expressing the infinite good that is your birthright. But let me be clear, this state of allowing is not passive. It requires an active use of your inner speech, a deliberate and consistent practice of saying empowering things in your head. It requires faith, not blind faith in external circumstances, but faith in the creative power of your thoughts and consciousness. This faith is not about believing that good things will come someday in the future. It's about knowing that you are whole and complete now, in this very moment, and that your inner dialogue is constantly shaping your reality to reflect this empowered state. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in saying empowering things in your head, you'll begin to see evidence of these empowering thoughts manifesting in your outer world. These signs may start small, an unexpected opportunity, a fortunate coincidence, a sudden insight that changes your perspective. Do not discount these signs, no matter how small they may seem, for they are confirmation that your inner world, shaped by your empowering inner dialogue, is indeed shaping your outer reality. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the full realization of the empowered life you are creating through your thoughts. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to address a common concern that arises when people first encounter this teaching. Many worry that focusing on their inner dialogue and saying empowering things in their head might somehow make them self-centered or disconnected from others. But I assure you, my friends, the opposite is true. When you truly understand the principle of maintaining and empowering inner dialogue, you realize that you are not separate from others. As you elevate your own consciousness through your inner speech, you are elevating the consciousness of all. Your empowering thoughts, far from disconnecting you from others, actually expand the field of possibilities for all. Moreover, when you are coming from a place of inner empowerment, you naturally have more to give to others. You become a channel through which blessings flow, not just to you, but through you to the world. Your inner dialogue creates a ripple effect, touching the lives of everyone you encounter. This is the true gift of saying empowering things in your head and waiting for what happens. It's not just about improving your individual circumstances, although that will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the fundamental nature of the universe, which is boundless good. It's about recognizing your own divine nature and allowing it to express itself fully through you. In this state of alignment, of consistently maintaining and empowering inner dialogue, you become a channel for the most beautiful expressions of life. Ideas flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. The right people and circumstances appear in your life at the perfect time. This is the magic of living from a state of empowered thinking. But remember, this magic is not something external to you. It's not some cosmic force that you need to appease or manipulate. It is the natural expression of your own consciousness when it's aligned with the truth of your being. You are the magic. You are the miracle. You are the one to whom you are speaking these empowering words in your head. As we draw our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final thought. The principle we've explored tonight, say this in your head for a while, wait for what happens, is not just a technique for creating better circumstances. It's about recognizing your true nature as a divine creative being. It's about aligning your inner dialogue with the fundamental truth of being and allowing your grandest expression of life to flow through you. When you live from this understanding, everything changes. The world becomes a friendly place filled with infinite possibilities. You no longer see yourself as a small, separate being struggling against external forces. Instead, you recognize yourself as the creator of your reality, the author of your own life story. In this state, there's no need to beg or plead for good things to come into your life, for you understand that you are the source of all good. Your job is simply to maintain an empowering inner dialogue, to live from this consciousness, and to allow the universe to arrange the details of their manifestation. So, my dear friends, as you leave here tonight, I urge you to embrace this principle with all your heart. Don't see it as a technique to be applied occasionally, but as a way of life to be lived continuously. Use your mighty imagination to infuse your inner speech with feeling. Feel the naturalness of being the empowered being you truly are. Live from this state, persist in this inner dialogue, and watch as your world rearranges itself to match your thoughts. Remember, you are not a helpless being pushed around by external circumstances. You are the operant power in your world. Your inner dialogue, infused with feeling, is the one and only reality. All things are possible to him who believes and declares internally, for belief and inner declaration shape reality. In your journey of saying empowering things in your head and waiting for what happens, let this knowing be your guiding light, leading you unerringly to the realization of your highest potential. Go forth from here with this knowledge. Apply it in your life. Test it. Prove it to yourself. For in doing so, you'll discover the truth of who you really are. You'll tap into the limitless power that has always been within you. And you'll experience the joy, the freedom, the fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with the laws of creation. Start now. Say empowering things in your head. Let these thoughts permeate every aspect of your being. For in truth, you are already that empowered being. You are already living in a reality of infinite good. All you need to do is open your heart. Embrace this truth in your inner dialogue and allow it to express itself more fully in your experience.